wait a minute, that was the wrong game. No, fuck, let me do it again!
It's a fighting tournament. To the death.
Fuck that.
Mortal Kombat 2 is the sequel to the video game adaptation of the same name from 2021. This time around, our heroes from Earthrealm have to come together to defeat the forces of evil from Outworld, with some old faces returning and even some new faces this time around. I gotta be honest with y'all. I have fallen out of love with Mortal Kombat. Now, that's not to say that I don't like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat will always have a special place in my heart. But for the last couple of years, this series has really disappointed me in a lot of ways. And it all kind of started with MK11, where that game, yes, it's a fun party game, but I wouldn't really play it competitively. It was the first step for me where Mortal Kombat was really starting to get stale for me. Let's not even talk about Mortal Kombat 1. That game is just absolutely abhorrent. Like, and the 2021 movie didn't really do much for me other than be like, yeah, I think this shit is really just not for me anymore. But I've heard nothing but positive things about this sequel. It's very rare where you get a sequel that is actually so much better than the first movie. Usually the first movie is the good one, and the sequel is where they fuck it all up. But apparently the roles are reversed this time around. Very rare scenario for movies. So what did I think about Mortal Kombat 2? Does it actually live up to the hype, or is it just another flimsy video game adaptation? Well, let me put it simply. This movie is very stupid. It's astronomically dumb. Holy shit, the script is fucking stupid as shit. The dialogue is ridiculous, but man, this might actually be the perfect Mortal Kombat movie. And to be completely honest, the flimsy writing and dialogue makes it kinda more fun to me. They finally did it. They finally made a movie that actually captures the essence and the spirit of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, from its core, no matter how serious they want to take it, it is the silliest shit you'll ever play. The stories of these games are fun, not because they're super deep or intricate stories. They're fun because they are silly, they're dumb, the characters are fun because of how ridiculous they are, and this movie nails that to a T. And honestly, they kind of surprised me with some of the characters. Baraka, I think, was like the biggest surprise for me. From the trailers, I really just thought that he was gonna be a really shitty special effect. And now watching the movie, the special effect doesn't look incredible, but it's definitely better than what I thought it would be. And what they do with that character, I was like, whoa. Wait a minute, like, this is not what I was expecting from this, but I kind of fucking loved it. The already established characters from the first movie are fine for the most part. Their performances are decent at best, except for a couple of them. There are some times where I was like, ooh, okay, maybe a second or third take would be better, like Sonya. My god, like, I don't want to harp on this actress, no disrespect to this actress whatsoever, but my god, she is delivering these lines so poorly and so bland that it was just painful to watch. Even for a silly movie, you need to put a little bit more effort into it. Okay, I am getting a little bit ahead of myself because there's a lot of cool shit to talk about here. For example, the action scenes, or at least the fight sequences. Oh my god, these fights are really, really cool. The fight choreography to each and every single one of them is very cool and creative. There are a couple of deaths here and there that I was like, okay, these are fine, but none of them really blew me away, except for 3. There are 3 deaths in this movie that I was like, holy shit, okay, that actually went kind of fucking hard. It's a movie that takes itself a lot less seriously than the first movie. That was one of my issues with the first movie, that it just took itself way too goddamn seriously. I'm like, bro, this is Mortal Kombat, and you're trying to treat this shit like it's Shakespeare? You are not him. Just be Mortal Kombat. And this movie took that message and ran with it. But it works. Like, that's the thing about a movie like this, or at least a Mortal Kombat adaptation. Of course, you do need some of the characters to take shit seriously, but seriously enough to the point where it doesn't become corny or ridiculous. But the movie finds a perfect balance to where things are perfectly silly. Like I said, most of the characters are fine, but there are some here that are a highlight. Kano once again steals the fucking show. I mean, he was the best part of the previous movie. I am a little bit disappointed that he feels more like a glorified cameo in this movie. He really doesn't do much here. He's like the one character that every time he said something funny, it was legitimately funny. Where in other occasions where the movie was either trying to be funny or was trying to be serious, I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, this is silly shit, which is cool. I'm fine with it. Kano is the one part of this movie that any funny thing that he actually said was legitimately funny. And Cole Young fans, which is like, I don't know, 2 of you, you do get your Cole Young fix. Maybe not in the way that you wanted, but you do get it. Oh my god, I'm not gonna spoil it, but this is probably the funniest part of the movie for me. I have not seen a telegraphed fate for a character like this in a while. I was like, oh shit, it was nice meeting you, Cole Young. If you think about it, this movie has 3 protagonists, which is kind of one of my issues with the movie. You have Johnny Cage, you have Kitana, which I'll say this, Kitana I was actually very impressed with. She was also one of the more emotional parts of the movie that I was legitimately engaged by. I was like, oh shit, like the stuff that is actually being taken seriously with this character actually works. Like, she's one of the new coming characters here that legitimately works for me. And then you have Liu Kang. Liu Kang almost feels like a fucking afterthought in this movie. Like, when he does something cool in the movie, it's really badass and cool. But he gets very little to do in this movie. Now, the stuff that he does get to do, again, like I said, is very cool, it's fun. Most of the focus of the movie really is on Kitana and Johnny Cage. Most of it on Johnny Cage, and I'm just gonna say this is the part that I was really not wanting to get to in the review. I do not like Karl Urban as Johnny Cage. Yeah, I know, you can leave your dislike already, okay? I don't give a fuck. But look, I like Karl Urban. To me, the thing that really bothered me was that there are very small moments and very specific scenes in the movie with his character that was like, oh shit, it's right there, that's Johnny Cage right there. But then the movie turns around and goes, nah, we want to do something different with him. And again, it's not terrible, I'm not saying that it is horrible, I just really found it hard to actually see him as a Johnny Cage, because for the little moments where he actually acts like the character, there are a lot of other moments where he's just acting completely different. Like, to me, Johnny Cage is a completely cocky son of a bitch, and this movie doesn't really portray him that way. Like, he has very few moments in the movie where he actually feels like the Johnny from the games, but for the most part, he feels so distant from that character that I was just having a really hard time believing him and buying him as this character. I understand that I'm a very small minority on this. I know that a lot of people are feeling completely the opposite. They love him as Johnny Cage. And look, maybe in the future he might grow on me as Johnny Cage, but for now, I'm just not seeing it, okay? Also, let me just say this. The special effects in this movie, while are fun, they also look kinda cheap. At least when it comes to, like, the CG backgrounds, the green screens. These are worlds that don't exist, so obviously you need to create them through CGI. Is it really something that bothers me that much? Not really. I think the choreography of the action in the fight sequences is good enough that it distracts me from the fact that they are fighting on a CG background. So yeah, while these green screens aren't the most realistic or convincing, I'm like, yeah, but everything else that I'm looking on screen is way cooler and way more fun that I'm like, yeah, I can avoid this. I'm still shocked that they actually did it. They legitimately made a good Mortal Kombat movie, or at least a good live-action Mortal Kombat movie. Now, is it perfect? Fuck no. No, it has still a couple of issues. But my god, it is still such a fun ride. The characters are enjoyable enough. There are some characters here that are actually really fun to watch. The fight scenes are incredible. The fight choreography is incredible. The music is like serviceable. I was a little bit disappointed that they didn't use the actual Mortal Kombat song. Like, they do use it like very so slightly, but it was still not enough. I need more, especially because the actual orchestrated music here is like not so good for the most part, or it's not that exciting. This is one of those movies where, and I don't say this very often, but it actually kind of needed some licensed music. I don't fucking love licensed music in movies, but this movie actually kind of needed it for once. For all the faults that this movie presents, I still had an absolute blast with it, and honestly, I kind of want to watch it again. It's very rare for me to say that me, Diego, wants to watch a Mortal Kombat movie again. But my final rating for Mortal Kombat 2 is going to be a 7 out of 10. I had a great time watching this. Is it a perfect movie? No, but it is a perfect Mortal Kombat movie. And if you haven't watched it, please give it a chance, especially if you're not a fan of Mortal Kombat, because I truly believe this movie does a great job in being a good movie for both Mortal Kombat fans and people that aren't fans of Mortal Kombat. So please at least give it a chance, because it is a very fun time. Praise him! But what do you think of Mortal Kombat 2? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or just kind of in the middle? Let me know down in the comments. I really want to know what you guys think about it. And like always, good day, good night, and stay safe.